Hey quilters, it's Jem from the Quilt Peddler, and I have a really quick tutorial for you today on the hourglass block. Now, I figured out a couple of shortcuts to make these go a lot faster and a lot quicker, but you'll need some special things when you make these blocks. So, of course, you'll need a ruler, a rotary cutter. You'll need some spray starch. I use either Best Press or the Magic Quilting and Crafting Spray. Either one will work. Use whatever is your favorite. And of course, you'll need your squares. I'm using charm squares today. And so you'll layer up your charms or whatever size square you have, right sides together. And then you will sew 1/4 of an inch on both sides of that block. Now at this stage, I take my block over to my ironing station and I spritz it down with my spray starch and press them so they're nice and crisp, because in our next few steps we are going to be working on the bias with these, and that will be all to the outside edges of our block. So you want to definitely stabilize that so that you don't stretch your blocks out of shape. Now these don't have to be 100% perfect because we're going to square these up at the end when we're all done. So once you do that and you start your blocks, then you're going to lay your ruler on the diagonal and you are going to cut. And when you cut, you end up with this. And so the reason why we starched these before we started is right here is our bias. And that when we press these open, that is going to be to the outside of your block, because we will press those open. I always press to the dark side. And then this is what they will look like. So as you can see, the bias is to the outside edges of your block. So that's why we want to stabilize those when we work with these. And then I always press to dark side like I said, and then you'll nest your seams, because if you press to the dark side, they're going to nest beautifully. And again, if you're not so perfect on these, that's okay, because we're going to square up at the end. And then you're going to stitch your 1/4 inch down, and then you'll press your block open when you're all done, and you get this beautiful, really fast, less than 2-minute hourglass block. Now when I press, I always press so my seams are swirled, so that way everything lays nice and flat when you're all done. Thanks for watching.